And just like that, 2025 is coming to an end. So I figure we would wrap up the year just like we did last year with a grand room tour. So let's get into it. Yes, I cannot believe this year is over already. I think I actually watched my 2024 room tour. I don't know if it like randomly popped up on YouTube for myself, but I did watch it and I was like, well, we should probably end the year in the same manner that we did last year, because there have been quite a few changes, and it's kind of good for myself also. I honestly forget like when I even made any changes to the shop. Like I thought last year we added this, this year we added it, but no, this was last year. So we've had this for like almost 2 years, which it does not feel like that to me at all. So time is just flying by, but it's cool to see the progression. And some of these videos I want to be more consistent on doing. Like this year, for the first time, we did a top 10 for new Fast and Furious diecast added in the calendar year. And then also we just did, which I still have the cars out here for, we did a top 10 most expensive Hot Wheels Fast and Furious cars. So both of those videos will be cool to do every year along here with wrapping it up with the room tour. So I guess let's get on into it. And I figured we would start it off with one of the biggest changes. This area right here had the little display cabinet. It was like the double doors with the little glass, and I basically just had a bunch of sealed stuff. And then right over here on the wall, we had like the little racing bracket on the wall. And then yes, we did have the racetrack running down here last year also. So just that little combination is probably the biggest change. And man, I absolutely love this. It just kind of like flows just with the rest of the room. Plus, I really wanted to unbox a bunch of these Jada 124 and 132nd scale cars, and they just look absolutely killer up here. There is that cherry red of Dom's RX-7 that we just cracked open. But yeah, and this still down here gives the opportunity to display some of my sealed stuff. So it is a win-win. We recently, or the most recent, we added the pictures, and then we got the 1/10 Jada Drift RCs. I did find this one in store, and I bought this one off of Macari. Honestly, got this for a crazy deal. So super pumped about that. I think I'm just missing Han's RX-7, so might have to track that one down. But yeah, I think this has been a nice upgrade here for the room. I think it just looks way cooler, holds so much more stuff than that other display shelf. And then over here, with the track being gone, I was able to purchase a couple more of these like G fans or more art garages and run them basically the whole entire width of the table. And then I was able to spread out all 3 of my Dream Customs mats. Before I had the 2, and then I think there was like 1 stacked in front of it. It wasn't wide enough to do all 3. And it basically, the track was just really throwing off the symmetry and like my OCD. I also couldn't have all the cars on the wall over here. So yes, getting rid of the track, it was nice. It is missed, but I do think it looks a lot cleaner. There have been some requests to bring some form of racing back to the channel. I am kind of thinking about that a little bit, and I will touch on that a little later here in the video. Another change here on the back wall is just all of the sealed product that we have up here. Last year, they were all just thumbtacked up on the wall. And we also had different cars. We had smaller cars up on the like little drift LED smoke cloud there. But we have our little track system up. So all the cars are nice and straight and organized. And we've added a bunch more rows too. I think last year it didn't go up very high and it didn't go all the way out. Still have room for another row, but it is, like I've said before, super hard to reach all the way up there because I am reaching all the way over like this whole table and then up to the top of the ceiling. So we will see if that will be on my 2026 plan or not, to add one more row. Another area that changed over here, we had this Hot Wheels display was up on the wall, and then it was RLC carded cars all around it. We took that down. We added 2 Mascar displays that actually got sent on accident. I ordered white and they sent me black ones and they let me keep it. So that was awesome. Then that shelf, we moved it down here, which I think looks pretty good. Kind of like kept all the same spacing and stuff. And it actually is hung on the wall, even though it looks like it's setting on the shelf here, but it is hung on the wall. Once again, here's got the sweet new hollow stickers that we got. What other changes do we have here? Oh, the big garage that everybody always asks about. That was over here before, and now we have it set up here as the main background here, or the main backdrop of the videos. Got the High Civics set up in here right now, looking good. But yes, once again, as always, I get asked all the time. These are G-Fans, our auto art, our more art garage dioramas. And then this also was just on eBay. If you just search 164 garage diorama, it will pop up. I'll probably do another short talking about all that because, as always, I get asked a million times what all of those are. Then I don't think I had this either. So I built this little shelf to sit on top that I can put all of my 118 and 143 scale cars on. Still got some room to add a couple more, kind of squeeze it in a little tighter. There's a couple I am really looking for. I really want the Too Fast, Too Furious Skyline Racing Champions 118, but that one is very expensive. A couple I'm looking at right now, but that is definitely a bucket list car here for the collection. Another change here that isn't really layout related, but before I had all of my RLCs and Super Treasure Hunts here, and then over here was just like all of my color-coded displays. All of that has been moved. The color-coded displays are here, and then all of my RLC and Super Treasure Hunt stuff is over here in these cases. So that's just kind of a little layout change. We also added the Furiously Collecting sticker right there, which is very cool. Got that off of Sticker Mule, I believe, but kind of ties it in. Still have a lot of empty space, so I'm not sure what to really do over here. Yeah, I don't know, but definitely is always good to have some open space because, you know, they are always coming out with new stuff. I am always buying new stuff, so having some empty space is okay. We still have our little movie poster set up over here. This wall also looking a little plain. Definitely have some room to do some other stuff. I've been debating if I want to add a couple more movie posters or not, but these were like the 3 that I really wanted, so we'll see. I have room for sure for more, but the other big change is the room is slightly expanding. I had a power rack over here, and then I had my work desk and computer was like crammed over right here. Decided to move the workout equipment out into the garage, move my desk for work over here. So now we have all of this extra space, which is gonna be really nice. I have a couple extra Mascar displays. I have a couple extra floating shelves. So still kind of working on this area. I did get these 2 little like storage cubes over here just to put on the side, which I don't know if that will stay like that, but this is all open real estate for some new display. So as we recently acquired like all those Racing Champions haulers, those need to get displayed somewhere. I bought more LEDs also. So doing another like drift diorama on the wall or something kind of similar to that is on the table. Or I could just kind of like backlight this whole area down here with the LEDs. But my thought was to put a Mascar display here, a Mascar display here, and then do a floating shelf right above my computer display. And then on the wall, I was just gonna do all like carded Hot Wheels, Fast and Furious stuff, and just basically cover the whole upper portion of that wall. And then thought about doing kind of matching these two floating shelves and basically like mimic it on this side to make it look all nice. But then that would be a lot more cars to try and fill that up. So this area over here, I mean, I think this wall will definitely get some love over here. All of this, not too sure. And kind of same over here, not too sure what other like movie posters and such I would want to hang up. But yes, I think we did a pretty good job this year. The channel was super successful. Your guys' support was awesome. We basically like doubled our subscribers. I think we were at 8,000 at the end of last year, and we are over 14,000 now. Our views and watch time hours and everything is just like more than double, like triple. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate all you guys tuning in, watching all the content, and supporting the channel here. I've been doing my best. I feel like I've been cranking out a ton of content for you guys. This has been super, super fun, and definitely enjoy it. And it's so cool just to see the evolution of the channel and my videos and of the room. I just think it has come a long ways here. Definitely looks, I would say, way more like professional and organized than it did at the end of last year. And I think my videos have also kind of reflected that. I've been trying to do just be a little more professional and just do a little higher quality content as we go on. So hopefully you guys notice and appreciate that. And yeah, definitely, like I said, really appreciate all the support here on the channel. And with that being said, I hope everyone had a great 2025. Hope everyone has a happy new year, and we will see you in 2026. Peace.